And today we are talking about moving from victim mindset to victory mindset, the shift that changes everything. Just think about this. What do you have? But first, let's understand what victim mindset actually looks like. Because here's the tricky part, it feels completely justified. Yes, and victim mindset sounds like this: my in laws don't respect me, that's why I'm unhappy. I don't have time to exercise, I have too many responsibilities. I can't start that business. I don't have support from my family. Or my boss doesn't like me. That's why I'm not getting promoted. Or I can't save money. Everything is so expensive. See? Or I'm stuck in this city because of my job. I have no choice. Notice the pattern: blame, helplessness, excuses. And the worst part, none of it is technically wrong. Those might all be real obstacles in a person's life. But here's the question that changes everything. So, what are you going to do about it? And for the men here, it sounds like I'm not getting ahead in my career because I don't have the right connections. Others have it easy. I started from nothing. But all of that might be true. And yet, does complaining about it change anything? And for your younger friends, they might say, my parents don't understand me. They are forcing me into this career. I have no freedom. Maybe. But sitting in resentment for 5 years, does that create the freedom you want? So, victim mindset keeps you stuck in the problems, and victory mindset moves you towards solution. That's why we often say, let us not focus on the problems, but let's focus on the solutions. So, here's how you know if you're operating from victim mindset. Listen to your language. Victim mindset says, I can't because, so I can't is too much in the sentence phrases. Or they won't let me. Or it's not my fault. Or why does this always happen to me? Or nothing ever works for me. See? So they're waiting for like someone else to change their life. But victory mindset says, how can I? What's within my control? What can I learn from this? Or what's my next move? Or what's one small step I can take? Because even a small step takes you forward or closer to your goal. And how can I influence this situation? Let me give you a real example. Kavita is 38, works from home, has two kids, and her husband travels frequently for work. She used to say, I can't focus on my health. I have no time. My husband is never here to help. My kids need me constantly, and I'm stuck. Victim language. True? Perhaps, but powerless. Then something shifted. She started asking, how can I make this work? What's actually in my control? She started waking up 20 minutes earlier, before the kids. Just 20 minutes. Did a YouTube workout. Was it ideal? No. But did it change her life? Yes. Because responsibility, action, resourcefulness, that's the victory mindset. She stopped waiting for perfect conditions and created imperfect solutions. So victims wait for change and victors create it. Just think about how you lead your life. And here's the most powerful shift you'll ever make: life happens for you, not to you. Read or understand. Just say it in your heart. Life happens for me, not to me. Just say it to yourself. So when you believe life is happening to you, you are a victim of circumstances. Every setback is evidence that the universe hates you. Every challenge is proof that you are unlucky. But when you believe life is happening for you, every setback becomes a setup for something better. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Let me tell you about Ramesh. He's 45, worked for the same company for 20 years, got laid off during restructuring. And his immediate reaction? This is the worst thing that could happen. At my age, how will I start over? They ruined my life. Now that's a victim mindset. Understandable, but also limiting. 6 months later, after some serious soul searching, he started asking different questions. What if this happened for me? What if I was getting too comfortable? Or what if this is pushing me towards something I wouldn't have chosen myself? So he took a job at a startup, something he would never have considered. Scary, absolutely, because he was an experienced person, but also he's learning more now than he did in the last 10 years. He's energized, he's growing. The situation didn't change, but his interpretation of it did. And that changed everything. See, here's a daily example. Your daughter didn't get into her first choice college. Victim mindset. This is terrible. Her future is ruined. The system is unfair. So much competition. But the victory mindset would say, oh, this is disappointing. And maybe she'll thrive better at the college that did accept her. Maybe this is redirecting her to a better path. What if this is for her, not against her? So turn setbacks into stepping stones. Now, let's be very clear. Victory mindset is not about denying reality or pretending problems don't exist. You're not responsible for other people's behavior, systematic discrimination, accidents or illness, the family you were born into, or even economic conditions. But yes, you are responsible for how you respond to all the above. The story you tell yourself about your circumstances, the actions you take or don't take, or the choices you make within your constraints, or the perspective you choose to adopt. Let me tell you, here's where it gets uncomfortable. A lot of us are addicted to victim mindset because it feels safe. When you're a victim, you don't have to take risks. You don't have to be accountable. You don't have to try and possibly fail. You can just stay stuck and blame everyone else. How easy and how comfortable. But here's the cost: you also don't get to win. I know a woman who spent 5 years complaining about her weight, blaming her thyroid, her metabolism, her busy schedule, her family's eating habits. 5 years. And then one day she asked, what if I stopped explaining why I can't and started figuring out how I can? She didn't magically lose 20 kgs, but she lost 6. And more importantly, she stopped being a victim to her own excuses. She became the victor of her choices. And that's the shift from I can't to how can I. And here's what victory mindset looks like in real life. One, let's say your maid didn't show up again. A victim mindset would say, I can't depend on anyone. My whole day is ruined. But a victor mindset would say, it's annoying. But can I order lunch? Or can my kids help me for this? or what's actually essential today. Or let's say you didn't get selected for some project, and the victim mindset would say, they are biased. They never pick me. But a victor one would say, that stings. Yes, it hurts. But let me ask for feedback. What can I improve? What's the next best opportunity available to me? Or let's say your teenager is being difficult, and the victim mindset would say, kids these days have no respect. They have ruined my peace. But a victim mindset would say, this is challenging. Mm, what's really going on with them? How can I communicate better? What support do they need? Or let's say you are in a difficult marriage. The victim mindset would say, my life is over. I'm trapped. If only they would change. But the victim mindset would say, this is hard. Yes, it hurts me every day. But what's in my control? Can I change how I respond? Do I need therapy? Do I need to set boundaries? Or do I need to leave? See, victory mindset doesn't make problems disappear, it makes you powerful within them. So, all right, now here's your exercise for the day. This one requires brutal honesty. Yes. Step one, write down one complaint you have been carrying for weeks, months, or even years. Yes. Something you say often, something that starts with, I can't because, or they won't let me do it, or it's impossible because something. Just be honest. We all have these. Then, so once you are done writing the first, that one complaint, write only one. We definitely can have many in our lives, but for now, just let's focus on one, the one that comes first to your mind. And then rewrite it as a challenge. Change the language from victim to victor. For example, let's say you've written, I can't save money because everything is expensive. Instead, how can I save even rupees 500 this month? What's one expense I can reduce? So now, see, looking for solution. Or let's say the victim mindset would have written, I can't change careers at my age. To how can I explore this field while keeping my current job? How can I talk to who made this switch? And some of you would be saying, I can't exercise because I have no time. So instead, for that, right, can I find 10 minutes? Can I walk while on phone calls? Or what's the smallest step possible? Or let's say, my family doesn't support my dreams. That was one complaint. Change it to the challenge that how can I start anyway, even in small ways? Who else can support me? Can I prove it's viable first? And then step three, take one action today on that challenge, not tomorrow, today. One tiny action, one baby step. That's it. One complaint, one reframe, one action. That's it. And here's what I want you to remember: victims wait for change, victors create it. So you don't need perfect circumstances to have a victory mindset. You don't need everyone to support you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to shift the question from why is this happening to me to what's this teaching me and how can I use this? Because life happens for you, not to you. So even when it doesn't feel that way, even when it's hard, even when it seems unfair, the setback you're facing right now. It's not a dead end, it's a stepping stone, but only if you choose to see it that way. So, victim mindset will keep you safe, comfortable, and stuck. Victory mindset will scare you, it will challenge you, but it will set you free. Of course, the choice is always yours. Choose victory. Let me tell you, your future self is always celebrating. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.